This session teaches the behavior of Verilog or Systemverilog flow control statements like selection statement, loop statements and jump statements, in synthesis. Programming in an HDL is not like that in a software programming language. When your code is becoming complex, you should be aware if the HDL program can be mapped to a circuits of logic gates in the circuit. This session will help you get an idea of how these are behaving in synthesis. There are three categories of flow control statements in Systemverilog, which are selection, loop and jump statements. The selection statements are if-else, case, case X, case Z, unique, unique 0, and priority. Loop statements are for, repeat, for each, while, do while and forever. Jump statements are break, continue, and return. Remember that, you can only use these statements in a procedural assignment blocks, which are, initial, always, always underscore comb, always underscore latch, always underscore ff, final, task, and functions. Out of these, task and function are procedural blocks which are active only when they are called, and all others are automatically always active. Branching statements. Branching statements in Verilog or Systemverilog are if-else and case. There are many variations of these statements like if-else if, case X, case Z, unique if etc. The circuit generated these will slightly differ each other, but all of them will produce the same component in the circuit, which is a multiplexer. That is, any if and case statement in the Verilog or Systemverilog code will generate a multiplexer in the final circuit. The properties of the mux like, how many inputs, connections from inputs and outputs, will change in accordance with the statements in them, and you will learn each of them in detail in the coming sessions. First, let's look into a simple if-else statement. Here is the Verilog code, and in Systemverilog, you will replace the always at star, with an always underscore comb. Otherwise, both these modules are exactly the same. The module has three inputs named, enable, A, and B, and single output named, Y. In the always underscore comb block, and if-else statements are used. It says, if enable is high, Y will be equal to A, otherwise B. The circuit generated by this block is a two-input multiplexer as shown here. The enable signal is connected to the selection line of the mux, B to data 0, and A to data 1. When enable is 0, the mux will select its data 0 input to its output, and thus output Y will be equal to B. When enable is 1, mux selects data 1, and output Y will be equal to A. Next you will see the type of circuit produced in an if statement without else part. Here, in the always underscore comb block, an if statement is used without else part. If enable is high, output Y will be equal to A. There is no else part written. Therefore, if enable is 0, the output should not change, or keep it its previous value. Here is the circuit generated by this if block. Enable is connected to the select line of the multiplexer, A is connected to data 1 input, and the output Y is connected back to data 0 input. Therefore when enable is high, output will be A, and otherwise, keep the previous value. The feedback from output to input indicate that there should be a storage element in the circuit, and this will infer a latch in the circuit. Thus, even though your intention was to generate a combinational logic, it is generating a sequential logic with latch. If you have done intentionally, you should use always underscore latch constructor instead of always underscore comb. If-else if statements. Next you will see the circuit inferred by an if-else if statements. Here the design module got 4 inputs named A, B, C, D, another 2-bit wide input named channel, and a single bit output Y. In the always underscore comb block, an if-else if statement is used. It is assigning Y with A, if channel is 0, with B, if channel is and so on. This code will produce a 4-input multiplexer. Its data inputs from 0 to 3 are connected to wires A to D, and select line is connected to channel. The mux will select the input A when channel is 0, B when it is 1 and so on. This functionality is exactly matching with that you have written in the always_comb block. Now let's see the circuit when two of the branches from above example are removed. Here the if block only states the condition when channel is 0 or 1. In all other case, that is when the channel is 2 or 3, the output should remain the same. Thus, output Y is connected to data 2 and data 3 inputs of MUX. As there is a feedback from output, it will infer latches in the circuit and it will not be a combinational circuit as explained earlier.